They basically left my mom alone to die on the floor.
The Alberta government is changing the location of Calgary's supervised consumption site. But while the decision is based on neighborhood disruption, there is concern the real cost of failing addiction supports is being lost from the discussion. Opening in 2017, the SCS at the Sheldon Schumer Health Center was simultaneously praised for saving lives while also drawing the anger of some residents and businesses in the area due to an increase in crime.
I think we could have done it better. And I think, this is one battle in a larger war here. And I think the battle was fought very poorly.
Calgary's supervised consumption site is being split into what the Alberta government calls two more appropriate locations.
I really question what is a more appropriate location. Without a commitment for additional funding to support a second site, without clear partnerships to say where those sites are going to be, who is going to run and staff them, who is going to organize the services, there's also no engagement with the people that use those services.
My mother, she kind of always had problems with addiction. She was bipolar, so her doctors at the time were prescribing her a lot of medication, and that's sort of what started her struggle with opioids. She ended up overdosing, and at the time, there wasn't really any supervised consumption sites in Lethbridge, so the only option was to take her to the hospital or call the police. They basically left my mom alone to die on the floor.
Alyssa says she understands the fear that addicts deal with. The grief from losing her mom only compounded a short time later.
A year later, my dad, who I didn't grow up with, but we had reconnected after my mom's death, he ended up overdosing on her birthday a year after she overdosed. One of the things I always think about is the supervised consumption site. It was introduced in Lethbridge specifically in 2018. And if that had been around maybe 2 years earlier, they could have helped her more quickly and maybe she'd still be around.
In a statement, the Alberta government clarified the changes, saying that the Schumer consumption site will not close until the new ones open and that there will be no decrease in funding.
We really need to challenge assumptions about who a drug user is and what an overdose can look like.
That stigma that people who suffer from addiction, they make that choice themselves and they don't deserve our compassion and they don't deserve our help. It really hurts because they're important to people, they matter to people.
In Calgary, Joe Horwood, City News.